Go to bigmancomics.com for the best in action adventure entertainment.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
How?
Beyonce.
How is one man?
Beyonce.
Oh my
Beyonce.
goodness, guys. Okay,
Beyonce.
Enough of that. It's another expert opinion from Gabe Eltaeb from Big Man Comics. Why is this an expert opinion, guys? I don't know, 25 years as an award-winning writer, illustrator, colorist. I've worked on all the big stuff. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Star Wars. If you've heard of it, I have worked on it, guys. There's a lot of opinions out there, but most of them are not expert opinions. So you're welcome, guys. Halloween to DEI for now. I got to figure out which way to move. It's reversed in the camera. I love Halloween. Happy Halloween to you guys. It's just an amazing time. It's one of my absolute favorite holidays. And it's always stirred my imagination since I was a little kid. And I want to show you how DEI, it's ruining everything. The woke ideology, it's ruining everything. It's ruining stuff like Halloween, which is one of my favorite holidays to celebrate because of the art. I love the concept of the monsters and the masks and the haunted houses. One of the goals of Big Man Comics is to be just like Walt Disney. Build my own theme parks, all my own rides and all that. I want to have a haunted house. I want to have the log ride. I want to have the roller coasters. I want to have all of it. As someone who's a creative, I love to build. I love to make worlds when I make the comic books and all that. There is no better representation of making a world than Disneyland. To me, that is the zenith of all this amazing storytelling because you're immersed in it. It's better than Google VR or whatever, Meta VR goggles because it's tangible. You can touch, taste, and smell it. You're there. You're there. When you're in the Pirates of the Caribbean, you're there. It's a masterwork that was built in the 60s when men and women didn't have a woke ideology nearly as much. That stuff was on the fringes of society, and people knew how to work hard and make great art, make truth and beauty. And I saw an announcement this weekend, and it just looks amazing. Universal Studio, well, let me get to this. The Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. I grew up in Southern California. I still live here, and I love the Haunted Mansion. To me, it's my absolute favorite attraction ever. And I love the Pirates of the Caribbean. The two of those, you can't touch them. They're two of the greatest pieces of art I've ever seen in my life. You are just immersed. It's fun. It's exciting. It's beautiful. And it's really just captures your imagination. It takes you to another world. And that's what good art should do. It should inspire you. It should thrill you. It should lift you up. And you should leave with a giant smile on your face, whether you're 7 or 70 years old. And that's what, when Disney wasn't woke, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. Before they got woke, nobody did it better. Family entertainment. It's a scary concept of a haunted house and ghosts and all that, yet they find a way to make it fun and interesting. And as a kid, there's that, ooh, it's kind of scary, but it's kind of fun, right? We all like Halloween for the thrill, for the candy. But me as an artist, I loved it for the dressing up and the masks and the costumes and the outfits and the concept of building a haunted house like Walt Disney and his crew did. Just amazing. And I love it. It's so inspiring to me. And this is where DEI, people being hired who don't deserve the jobs, this is where this comes in and ruins things. So you had Splash Mountain. It was a fan favorite, but it's racist. So they rebuild it, but you have DEI hires, social justice warriors, all these weirdos with their stupid ideology, and what they don't have is hard work as part of their ideology, because they hate the patriarchy, they hate men, they hate fathers, and that's where we basically learn to work hard. Not that our moms aren't hardworking, but that's where you learn to be a man, right? That's where you learn to grit your teeth and just bear down and fight through it and do something good with your life and gain tremendous skills and be able to make amazing art like this. But no, we have Tiana's Bayou Adventure, where there's a co-op of like making food or something. So they got to stick their communist co-op in there, right? And it's not nearly as exciting. The ride's always breaking down. The ride is a failure. People don't like it. The people who loved this ride for over 30 years are outraged because it's racist. Shut up. But apparently the thing that pisses me off, that really, like, where you see the DEI people don't have the skills that the old patriarchal people had, is you could build robotics, moving things that look awesome, right? They move, their mouths move, they sing in time with the music, the lighting. Now what I've noticed when I've gone to Disneyland, and I went to Disney World once in 2021, it was an awesome trip. There's a screen on the wall playing a video instead of an animatronic. I pay all this money to get into Disneyland or Disney World. I pay hundreds of fucking thousands of dollars for the trip. You put a screen. I got a screen on my phone. I bought a flat screen at Costco for $300, a flat screen TV. I don't need a screen. What in the hell are you guys doing? But see, this is the DEI people, the SJWs, the Sweet Baby, like all these people that are ruining video games, music, movies. They don't have the chops. They don't have the skill, because hard work is an anti-woke concept, right? Wokeness is all about being a baby and being comfortable. So you go on Nemo, and there's a screen. Why isn't there like a 3D animatronic of a fish? What are you doing? Spider-Man the ride. I went to the Avengers campus in Disneyland in Southern California like the week it opened. I wanted to see it. It sucks. But there was like a line to get in and all this stuff. And I remember I went back to Disneyland like I don't know. I was there like the week the Spider-Man ride opens. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're like web slinging and you have to catch all these little robot spiders. And what's it going to be like? And you had to use your cell phone to get in line for the ride. And I remember me, my wife, and my 2 adult children, we were in line for a different ride. And at 1:30 p.m., you could log in and try and get into the line for this ride. And everybody in line, hundreds of people, had their phones out and they were doing it at 1:30. And I didn't get it. Like my son got it. Like only one of us. And we're like, oh, we go to this ride. One of the worst rides I've ever been in my life. You basically have to web sling to catch those robots. And then it's just screens. The truck drives 30 feet, another screen. It's like watching a dumb drive-in movie, a video game. And you don't have to go like this. My daughter figured out you just wiggle your hand as fast as possible and you get a score for catching those. It's the stupid, most uninnovative ride ever. And I'm sure it's filled with DEI hires designing these things or managing. Maybe the artists are good. Maybe the Disney Imagineers that wanted to make 3D animatronics and puppets, maybe they were good artists. I don't know. But wherever the buck stops, who's ever making the calls on this, they don't get it, man. They don't get what you're supposed to be doing with the art. You're supposed to be making people have fun and be inspired and all that. And you see how the modern creep of DEI, social justice, woke ideology, it ruins everything. It ruins everything. Now, I saw this announcement last week. Universal Studios is building a bunch of new parks, a new park with like 5 big lands down in Florida. I'll have to get back to Florida. And they have the most amazing animatronics. These things, these move like people. Their mouths stretch, their bodies move. They do all, and it's just like, whoa. When I saw the commercial for this last week, it made me feel like when I saw this stuff as an 8-year-old. By the way, the Hatbox Ghost, that was designed by Jack Davis, I believe, one of the best artists that Disney had back in the 60s for doing all this concepting work. Just outstanding. Look at the fun of that face. SJWs could never do this. They could never do that. What a great concept of that guy. He's creepy, but he's fun. It rides the line perfectly. But I saw that this is going to be opening. I'll move out of the way so you can see Frank there. It's not actually Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's doctor, and it's Frankenstein's monster. We know. Jeez. But this stuff looks amazing. So I'm going to have to get out there when it opens up next year. I guess it opens in the spring. There's going to be long lines for a few months. And then I don't want to go in the summer. I don't want to go in the summer to Florida. So I guess a year from now, I'll try and go out there and check this thing out. But it just reminds me, when I went to Disney World 3 years ago, I was like, oh, the 3 Caballeros. It's Donald and then the 2 other guys, and it's supposed to be a fun boat ride. And I was like, oh, they got these animatronic robots. No, you go through the ride. It's a bunch of screens. Let's see. I don't have an image of it. But as you go through the ride, it's just a bunch of screens on the wall. Like, I have a screen on my phone. I have an iPad. I have a screen on my wall in the living room as my big screen TV. I don't need a screen. I need animatronics. What are you doing? But again, it's DEI that's killing this stuff. It's killing this stuff. So guys, this is just another example of how this stuff is just permeating everything. And you have to change it. You have to change it. And you can change it. We have the power to change it. How do we change it? We make good art. We don't tell them what to do. They're not going to listen. But the marketplace is a battleground, right? It's me versus the other companies for your dollars. And I got to make something better. So when you go and support woke things, then you're helping them get stronger. So now I'm very conflicted on Disneyland because I don't have Disney Plus and I don't support these companies. I don't buy the woke video games and all do all that. I don't go to movies almost at all unless it's like Top Gun Maverick or something that is not woke for sure. I'm able to boycott all of it, but my weak spot, guys, is this. I still want to go to Disneyland because I love this ride so much. And I know I shouldn't go and give them a dime. But I think it's my one weak spot. Like, I still I want to go once a year at least. And I shouldn't. I should boycott totally, But I love this stuff. I love to create, and I hate what DEI is doing to it. I hate what it's doing to comics, movies, music, video games, all of it. Just stop. Just stop, you guys. What is wrong with these people? I can't even figure out why they want to do this. It's like they see, it would be like two people on the street. One guy's across the street sitting there eating a delicious sandwich. Turkey, bacon, avocado, ham, cheese, lettuce, a little hoagie sauce on some nice wheat bread. And this stodgy, fat, pink-haired, SJWs across the street going, put that sandwich down. You don't need to eat that. You shouldn't eat bacon, Like, it's none of your business. F off. And we're just trying to enjoy all this stuff, all this entertainment that we love that used to be so good, guys. For those of you younger than me, and most of the audience, I check the analytics on YouTube, you're right in my age group. It says most of my audience is 35 to 55, and then when I drill down, more of it's like 45 to 55. I'm 47, so here we are. But so you 47, 48, 49, you know what it was like to be a kid in the 80s and how this agenda wasn't there. So we fight back, as I always say, we make the art. We make it. We leave DC Comics like I did, and we make the art. And if you don't have the skills, because it takes years, it takes a decade to get good at writing or drawing the way I am, then you got to buy it. Now, you don't have to buy it if it's no good. I want you to buy my stuff only if it's good. But we got to support it, and we got to not give these people a dime. And I do feel guilty for going to Disneyland. In my defense, I haven't been there in a year. I went there last December. So I've held out for the better part of a year. I haven't given them a dime going to their theme park, but damn, I love that Haunted Mansion. Guys, that's another expert opinion. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the share. Follow me on YouTube. I mean, you're already here. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm repeating myself. Follow me on X. I'm Big Man Comics on X. Make sure you follow me on Facebook. I'm Gabe Eltaeb. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Gabe Eltaeb. Oh, and one thing before we go, I always want to do a drawing at Halloween, and I never make time. So I just did this quickly on my iPad last night and this morning. Just a quick drawing of, as my son would say when he was 3 years old, Dracula. He would transpose those letters, Dracula. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun little exercise to try and do a nice composition in a square format. So there's Dracula, and he's got the mustache too. I think he looks kind of cool with the mustache. Anyway, happy Halloween, guys. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on social media and go to bigmancomics.com.